we are Americans.
About who we are Americans, and even in a devastating war zone, where American lives are at risk, and a clear enemy is present, and even when a target individual is without question a targeted individual, who is a sadistic, deranged, remorseless, depraved monster. Even then we seldom declare people hostile. We as Americans, we are supposed to value human life that much. We aspire to live up to our own ideals, the rule of law, and that's what we do. We take and we maintain the moral high ground, even at great risk to ourselves and our American brothers and sisters on the battlefield. But we remember our American values, and we do our utmost to maintain those values and those standards. Now, right now, we have seen those standards and that ideal shattered here at home. Murder is rampant, destruction is commonplace, and assassination.
Assassination. One man, Charlie Kirk, declared hostile by another man and executed for his beliefs and for the words that he spoke.
And we say this in our country, on our hallowed homeland, and we say some people cheer and celebrate this execution. That's sickening. And I ask myself, what have we become? Where does this come from? And I've been asking myself that question. How do people become so deprived? I want to think about that. I think it's important to remember how pliable and impressionable the human mind is, how people are influenced by what they see and what they hear. And if you just look at just our pop culture trends in music or fashion or language, the words that we use, these things, they change all the time, they grow, and then they fade, and then something else grows, and people follow each other, and they follow trends. It's part of our psychology. As humans, we like to be part of a group. It's an instinct for us. We want to feel secure, and if we don't have those things, that's how brainwashing happens. People in moments or situations of isolation and fear and confusion, those are fertile grounds for manipulation. And once it is recognized that someone is in a bad state, an isolated state, a confused state, and it's just exposure and repetition and reinforcement and group pressure and social influence and indoctrination, and eventually people change. Eventually people change. They change what they think, and they change what they believe. And that's brainwashing. It's in the old days, and by old days I mean 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. In order to brainwash someone, you had to physically control them. You had to physically remove them from their community. You had to forcibly expose them to the information that you wanted them to accept. And this is pretty challenging to do because it's difficult to get physical access and physical control of another human self-destructive and manipulative and divisive content that's on there. And when you subject a human being to that for 4 hours or 6 hours or 8 hours or 10 hours or 12 hours a day with an algorithm that is specifically engineered and tailored to keep them watching and keep them listening and keep them scrolling and keep them feeling, keep them feeling emotions based on 3-second clips that are curated to make them emotional, to make them frustrated, to make them angry, to make them spiteful to me, to make them hate and clicks and likes and shares as stupid and meaningless as we think they are. When they happen over and over and over again to someone that is insecure, to someone that is alone. There's someone that has a pliable young mind. The result is very predictable: isolation, polarization, dehumanization, and radicalization. Radicalization is the rejection of societal norms, the adoption of the most extreme views, and the abandonment of reason. And it keeps going till one disturbed and twisted soul believes that he has the right and the authority to declare another man as hostile and execute that man. This is a
Evolution. This is a regression. This is a decline of our culture, and we cannot accept this behavior. This is tribal murder.
And what caused it? It's an infection of the mind, and we cannot accept it either. There have to be rules.
There must be rules, and I'm not talking about rules to be imposed by our government. I'm not talking about rules to be imposed by the technocrats. I'm talking about rules that we need to apply to ourselves as humans, as individuals, as families, as communities, as Americans, as individuals. Americans, do not allow yourself to be manipulated by electronic emotions. Do not allow yourself to be possessed by digital demons. There is darkness in the world. There is evil in the world. And it has never been easier for that evil to crawl inside your head. It has never been easier for that evil to grab a hold of your heart. It has never been easier for that darkness and that evil to get control of your soul. You must cast it out. You cannot accept that master. Listen to your friends, not your feed. Talk to people, not to the pixels. Connect with your family, not with firmware, and steer right away from the darkness that surrounds us. And as strong as the lure of temptation might be, do your utmost to walk in the light, in the principles and founded a great nation, a great nation on rise. It is what we allow and it is what we forbid. Not the legislation, not the political class, not the elite, but us. It's us, you and me. Our forefathers fought for freedom. Many in my generation did the same. We had fought for freedom and we will do it again. We are not afraid. And we will not tolerate those who aim to destroy us, or destroy our way of life, or harm our families, or infringe on our freedom. Freedom is our God-given right. It's ours to protect. It's ours to cherish. That is our choice. It's on us to carry on, to stand up for what we believe in. To be better people, to be better people to each other, and to be better people for each other. This is America. We are Americans, brave! We are strong! We are free! We must not be hostile to each other! We must not be enemies here in our own land! That is unacceptable! So much blood has already been shed! We need to make bridges instead of blood! For God's sake, and for the sake of our country, we are Americans, and we must act like Americans, one nation under God, with liberty and justice